So let's look at branding 101. The concept of branding, I can't call it 101 because this is very basic, but I'm going to give you things that you need to focus on in branding. So when it comes to branding captures two groups of things. The value you offer the identity of who offers it, and the perception of the people who need it. So creation of value is not about saying, I'll start selling shoes. That is just one part. Because if you now say, I'll start selling shoes, and you come to School of Destiny, buy my shoe, oh, buy my shoe. Even as much as I love you as a brother, I will need to buy your shoe. I need to perceive the shoe valuable enough. If I feel it's not valuable enough, I will buy it to patronize it as a brother, but I'll sell it as a seed to someone else. Do you know the reason? Because I have a personal brand. As a personal brand, there are things I will not wear. Did you hear what I'm saying? Because the moment I wear it, I have authorized others to wear it. That's the difference between me and you. For example, if I start palming my hair, I have authorized you to start it. Because I'm a brand. Once I start it, I don't need to say it, bread and palm your hair. You just see. Are you getting me? So if individuals are doing it, it's not because I'm doing it, it's because they want to do it. But once I start, it's almost like everybody thinks that that's the right thing to do. It's because of my position as a brand image of this mandate. So that's why I don't go to certain places. It's because once I start going there, it's like it's allowed to go there. So when people talk about brand ambassador, this is a concept. They may sound big in your ear, but these are the dynamics of the branding corporation as an arm of business. So those who are into branding, they either feature in any of these three divisions. They focus on helping you select what your brand should sell. Are you getting me? That's a product or service. Or some are not helping you to select or influence the who sells it. So that arm focuses on creating logo, design, character. And so when you hear someone tell you, I'm a brand specialist, and all they do is to give you logo, design logo. And they are not a brand anything. They are just taking a part of it and amplifying it. So if I tell you I'm a brand specialist, what's your business idea? They will even encourage you, create business name, tell you, okay, what do you have in mind to sell? And all that. Why they are listening to you, ideas are coming. They will now put 2 or 2 names that can sell. Hello, are you with me? For example, if I want to do a youth ministry, something of young people in the contemporary time, and I call the name Umuchukwu Nebu Ebu Youth Assembly. You know that by that name, that brand is going to affect the people group that will come. I can get anybody, but not professional young people. Because professional young persons will not be there. But if I create something that is like, as in a name, as the House of Tara, the Blissful Stream, Youth Assembly, a professor will say, okay, make sense. Because that is brand identity. So some people take that aspect of branding to help you coin business name. Because some people tell you, I know what I want to say, but I don't have a name. So there are people who their business is to help you coin a name. They can take your name. Your name is Nkechi Amaka. They tell you, no, you cannot say Nkechi Amaka Beauty Industry. Say, no. They're going to catch. Catch collections. It's branding. What they are trying to do is to give that name, give you a name, not just help you select product, they help you select name for brand identification. Then the hardest part of branding as an arm of business is affecting your customer's perception of your product. That's where any person into branding as a business that focuses there, that's where the money is. Anybody can do branding. For example, the logo of School of Destiny, I was the one that designed it. The name, I coined it. The structure, I designed it. He said not to call me a brand specialist. Yes, I can choose to call myself a brand specialist. I've helped people create brand names and they started running with it. But I found that that's the easy part of branding. Did you get what I'm saying? Is brand perception. Okay, excuse me. Please, if you have image of Nike, Nike, people call it Nike, anything you want to call it, but let's choose Nike. You know the Nike now, the football endorsement company. Assuming, excuse me, Bishop E, you gave someone money to design a logo for you, and after 8 weeks, all he gave you was good. As in, mark, good. For 8 weeks. You don't go verse. As in, for 8 weeks, and you paid him 30,000. Design a logo for me, and he just marked good and brought it to you. Do you know what? My emphasis is designs are good, but the perception of the design is more important. The current focus of branding or business when it comes to value creation is perception. How people see your business. How people see your business. So the question is, how do they see your business? If they see it as, I think it's serious. That is a minus for you. When they are looking to buy something, they are looking for who is serious. So when we come into marketing, I'll tell you different phases and sales, how patients are customers too, how they perceive. There was one hospital I helped set up somehow, so for one bishop. And if you look at the hospital outside, you think it's one of these. So when I came, I told them, you remove this name, medical center. Even what they used in the design of the logo, it was looking like Mborogo Namba Akoko. Why will you be using everything green? You look like Haba Home. So they remove this thing. It was him that designed it. He's here so that he can collaborate. He's the one that designed the banner. I told him, change the color. Don't use green. He now had to use blue and red. I gave it a different look. So immediately we made that change. One man was just passing. He said, okay, let me come. He came in and saw equipment. He said, what? That I did not know. That's such a place. It's like this. It's I found a hospital for my family. What was the problem? Brand. So that thing they saw made them perceive the place as a herbal home. So nobody was coming. How people see your product, both see you and your product. For example, excuse me, you say you are into fashion line. You say hair. But every time I see your hair is scattered, I will not buy. Anything you sell look like what you sell. You are into dressing. Brush, look sharp. You are the first marketer of your product. You are selling health products, fitness products, exercise, gym items. And you have belly fat. You know you are deceiving yourself. You say, I'm a gym instructor. You are looking at Yokozuna. Nobody, because the brand you are portraying, you don't look like the brand. So that you said it does not mean I will buy it. Because until you look like the thing I perceive I want to be, I will not patronize you. Please, am I communicating? So I'm trying to show you the 3 levels of branding when it comes to it. So for those of you who are interested in branding, and for some of my sons who are into branding business, better upgrade. Don't call yourself a brand expert when all you do is you create logo, you finish designing it, and you send the person. And no, you are not yet. You have to start learning or schooling yourself on how to affect customers' perception of a good. So let's quickly look at basics of branding, just fundamentals of branding. Please write this down. Branding is about creating and managing perception of customers. It's about creating and managing perception of you and your business. Creating and managing perception of you or of the business. The reason is this, because people will do business with people they love, like, and trust. So that is why this is the brain, because people will do business with people that they like, love, or trust. So this is the intelligence that funded big corporations to use people that young people like or people like as brand ambassadors. So they will go and take Shemi and use her as a brand ambassador because you like her. So she's portraying something, you want to use it. That's the brain behind brand ambassadorship. Because they are trying to use the people who they like so that the people can now like the product by association. So branding entails set of ideas, belief, emotions, feelings in the mind of a customer that is created by a series of consistent attitude. They entails belief, what they believe about your product, idea, what they think about the product, emotions, how the product makes them feel, expectations. In the mind of a consumer. That is what branding is about. But how is those feelings, emotions, perception, expectation? For example, Coca-Cola has marketed that their slogan, feeling good, so much that they don't sell mineral, they sell feeling. That some of you here will be able to witness that when you are thirsty, most times you don't go for water, you go for Coke first. All of you are now quiet here. Some people, the first thing is that they tell I'm feeling somehow. Do you want water? But still bring Coke. Because there's something it does to them. Some of them say, it just give me quick energy, I can continue. They have sold it. Okay. Excuse me. Go and do this assignment. Have you noticed that Lucozade company marketed Lucozade Boost to the point that you think if you need quick energy, just go and drink it? Go and check the calorie strength on Lucozade Boost. No, it's assignment. Go and check it. You'll be shocked. But they marketed it. You see muscle, sweating muscle, everything. They sold it that if you think of, even till now, my parents say, I'm feeling tired. Go and buy me Lucozade Boost. Say, don't buy anything. Say, don't buy anything. You're wasting your money. Okay, some of you were young. Did you remember when your parents were encouraging you to take Rabina? It makes your eyes white. That's brand perception. So anytime you think about Rabina, all you are thinking about white eye. Because they overemphasize that vitamin A that is added is good for eye. That when you see Rabina, you are seeing that redness will clear your eye and turn it to white. It's brand perception. So whatever activity those companies did consistently that made people to see, feel, think, and anytime they think about it, that became the expectation anytime they are drinking it. That thing is called branding. So the question is now, you have defined the product you want to sell or service. You now have determined your brand identity. What you be called, the logo, the character, the font size that is unique to you. That some people even go ahead at getting a legal backing on that their logo. Anytime you have a legal backing on that logo, it becomes a trademark. Like Coca-Cola, that their destinies is a trademark. If you use it, they will sue you. the trademark. When you write a book, you get copyright. When you invent something, you get patent rights. The third one is trademark. Soon, School of Destiny will go and make our own trademark. If you create anything that is look like circle with someone in between, you're in trouble. We'll sue you. But the question is, you may have these two. If I still perceive it like what is not usable. So, have you noticed recently that NMPC changed their logo? NMPC changed their logo. So I ask myself, you have changed logo, you have not changed our perception. You guys are scooping billions at thieves. So I don't know the brand consultant they informed that talk to them, say just change your brand. No, you have not changed Jack. As long as I'm concerned, when I say NMPC, if you like, change it to with the picture of Holy Ghost, the dove, shining light that people call Holy Ghost. I'll still know you are T because you have not changed. Because our experience of NMPC is not a good one. Because I'm going to tell you the things that shape people's perception. They are the entities that determine branding. This emphasis I'm laying about value creation is, it goes beyond goods I'm selling. Please, are you getting the message? It's after I've gotten these goods, this is what I'm selling now. How do I work on the mindset of people who know me and know that I deal with the product? That anytime they think of products, they think of me first. Please write this down. Every business person will have 2 moments of truth. 2 moments of truth in their life. This moment of truth is what determines the impact of your brand. The first moment of truth is when a customer wants to buy a product or sign a contract with you, when he has many options. For example, let's use a name. You want to buy pharmaceutical. How many pharmaceutical shops are, let's not use whole name, just in front of teaching? How many are there? Help me, let's name. Okay, Christ the King, Silence, Adoration, Index, and others. You see how these 4 stands out. There are others there, but these 4 stand out. Now, when you want to buy a drug, which one of the 4 comes first in your head? Now, you see, if I take a pool now, sincerely, let's do a pool. You want to buy a drug now. You go to Christ the King. Can I see your hand? Help me count. Feel free. Let's do a pool. I want to tell you the power of perception. Moment or two. Count. I'm not marketing for them. I'm not a pharmaceutical rep. How many? 7. You want to buy a drug. The first place that comes to your mind is Silence. Raise your hand. How many? 4 persons. You want to buy. The first place that comes to your mind is adoration. Raise your hand. This is a moment of truth. If the 3 business owners are here, they will be shocked. In the midst of options that the customer wants to buy, if you are not among the first 3 they think of, you are not yet a brand. Let me ask you, you are selling hair within that environment and people want to buy hair. Are you among the first 3 persons they want to talk to? That's the first moment of truth. If not, is in your room and you're wondering why you're not selling. The second moment of truth is this. When the customer now experiences your product, that one is deeper. Because experience of your product is bringing the customer directly in contact with your brand promise. Now your brand promise, feeling good, and they drink it, they did not feel good. Because what is the benefit of packaging poison? Hello? Oh. So you package the promise. Take this, it will do this. And they took it and they did not. Anytime a customer uses your product, three things happen. The first thing that happened to them is that they are either satisfied, not satisfied, or they are amazed. If they are not satisfied, you have hired a demarketer. The person will speak against you. No, have you had the experience where you wanted to buy, let's say, a black jean or a black blouse? And you went into the shop where they use that blue light. Listen to me. Anything you want to buy and there's blue light in that shop, carry it outside before you pay. That blue light, and you now paid, carried it and went to, only to discover that you bought ash. And maybe you were traveling. You stopped at Benin, you bought it because you wanted to quickly change and go for an event once you land in Nnewi. And there is no way of going back to the shop. What will you say? Every of your friend that you meet, you say, when I go to Benin, don't ever buy clothes. That was not the conversation. You are the one marketing against them. You will check the name, browse, you find it online, you start pouring words. You people are thieves. Nobody hired you. Nobody's paying. You are using your own data. That is what happens when customers are not satisfied. So listen to me. Anytime your customer tells you, I don't like this, listen to them. It's not about your profit. It's about the future profit. So, quickly, 3 things and I leave you. So, if you are going to look at branding, look at these 3 things. Focus on them. When you come for the college, then the basic school of business will take you extensively on branding, how to develop branding, promise, how to develop branding, all the different aspects. But those who now want to take branding as a business career, their training is different. There is a curriculum on branding, different levels, extensive corporate branding, B2C branding, B2B branding is different. If you are talking about corporate branding, it's different from consumer branding, completely different. But to give you a framework of, if you want to now change people's perception, there are things you must do. Please write these things down. Very important considerations. So write them down. Look at brand identity. You look at brand experience. Brand perception. So under brand identity, we look at brand elements. Brand elements. So the things that form your brand elements are your brand name. Pastor Emeka's brand name is Regalo. Regalo. Yes. And Bishop E's brand name is Jibera. So that's a brand name. That is not his brand. That is a brand element. So one of them is brand name, brand logo or symbol, brand color, brand character. When it comes to serious business, if you want to write Regalo, you can't be changing the font size and the front character. You have to use one particular font. I'm teaching you branding now. So if you are using Time Roman, stay on that Time Roman. Don't today you go to Clare Gold. You now move to font. You now move to you don't juggle font. Stay on one font. So as a matter of fact, those who are brand consultants, what they do is that if they create for you a brand listing, by the time they are finished it, they give you a typed document to you. Brand name, they write the name. Font size, they write the font size. The font character, they type it. And they give it to you so that you file it as a corporate document. So that in case, but the truth is that some people, they don't. Do you know why? So that they can become your brand ambassador perpetually. Your brand manager. Because if they give it to you, you can give it to someone else to recreate. So anytime you want logo, hey bros, send me that logo again. You keep paying him, servicing him. But if it is a one-off contract of a person, so that if you're hiring someone to create a brand for you and you don't hope to continue with the person, then discuss the terms of the contract. Oh, hi. I wish this is a business school. Please, are you understanding what I'm saying at all? You are looking at me. What I mean by it is that you tell someone, please design logo for me for my business. This is a business step. He finished designing it. He only gave you logo and gave you nothing else. Now you lose. Because if anything happens to your system, you lose the logo. And you now get that one and give it to someone else. He will create something that looks like it, not exactly it. What you should ask for, please give me the font size. Give me the font character. Please, are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes. And there's something as basic at the front. So, what app did you use? So, if you use CorelDRAW or use Illustrator or whatever you use, let me know. So that if I have any reason to recreate it, the person can, this thing was created with Photo Adobe Shop. It was front size this and this. This is the color. Please produce it. You can have something that is replicable. Otherwise, that person that created it, you have unconsciously signed an everlasting contract that he will be your brand designer. Oh, you don't know that School of Destinies logo has undergone different. The first one had an ego. I saw it. I said, let's start first. Let's start. By the time I was looking at the ego was looking at me. The guy made 3. I chose the one that had it was monochrome. I said, this one is manageable. By the time inspiration came, I created the logo. Boom. So sometimes when I see my media people create this thing, I see the front size is just changing. I say, I know. Now me hold the front size. I said, now me hold that. No, we're entering into as a full incorporated institution. We've even done some level of registration. By the time we finish, the corporate document will be handed over to the board of trustees. He said, for this is the School of Destiny. For it's a trademark. This is the front size. This is this. I'm teaching you concerning future, not now. Please, are you hearing me? So you look at your brand slogan. Like School of Destiny slogan. Once we become a trademark, if anybody says raising leaders and releasing destiny, I will sue them. It has become our brand slogan. Feeling good is Coca-Cola. If you dare change it or come to take it from them, feeling good always, they will sue you. So leave that feeling good. Find something else to talk about. If you don't want corporate battles. So what is your brand slogan? What is your URL? That's your website. These are components of your brand element. Do you have any particular jingle that you guys are known for? MTN. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-tan-tan-tan-tan-tan-tan. That's what I say NTA. MTN, you know their own. It's a jingle. It's a jingle. They have used this since I know them. So anytime they want to do a brand refurbishing, you will know. They will change their jingles and all that. They capture it as a new thing and they run it for a while. Brand packagings. So the different effect of the brand. This forms your brand element. So the next aspect is the brand promise. The brand promise. What is that thing that captures the value that your customer will get? Make it your slogan. So that would be hair that lasts. Not everlasting hair, Jesus. Hair that lasts. Beauty products. Authentic. Authentic perfumes. Are you getting what I'm saying? So anybody that comes to buy it, that becomes the expectation. Are you getting me? It becomes their brand expectation. So when they are coming, for you, for them, is their brand expectation. For you, is a brand promise. When brand expectation meets brand promise, you have brand experience. So when the person uses it now and, wow, it lasts. This is the perfume I sprayed yesterday. The clothes is still smelling. I don't wash them, it's still the smell. Hi! So when you're asking, I'm tired of perfume when they work, he said, don't worry. Take this number, call again. At this time around, you have gone from brand destiny. It's no more a promise. You know, that's when the Bible says, test and see that the Lord is good. In that statement, brand promise, the Lord is good. Expectation, come and test. If you not test and see, you cannot speak like David. I was young, now I'm old. I have never seen the righteous forsaken or her sick bread. That's brand experience. Is it making sense now? So, what do you promise your clients? That your brand promise becomes your marketing weapon. I've talked about brand experience. How do you make the most of brand experience? I see a lot of people do business, do it. He's a makeup artist or she's a makeup artist. When she finishes and the client is wow. You see what they tell you? Say, please, can I make a video? Can I take a picture of it? They will now use it for adverts. Yes. Excuse me. You can't finish makeup and the person is raking and is angry with you and you tell you, can I take picture? Brand experience. So, find a way to recapture brand experience. So when ministries like Streams of Joy in their NSPPD prayers always post testimonies, they are sharing brand experience. I'm speaking from a marketing language. Are you getting me? So that you know, say, that altar has fire. Nah, that altar has fire. Yeah. So you now that brand experience. So once you have sufficient brand experience, that's why sometimes if investors want to invest, they want to see your track record. Who have you done business with? So as a business consultant, like me, I've done a course with University of Washington on project management. But I have not had time to make applications to manage a project. Are you getting what I'm saying? Apart from regular projects of the house, and all that. But I have not taken a corporate project. Now, if I'm going to apply to a company as a project manager, it's going to be a problem for me. Because I don't have any experience. But do you know, if I'm now going to create experience, I have to make effort for pro bono services. So I cannot tell you, let me do this project for you. If you are satisfied, you pay me. My interest is to have statistics. By the time I build it, then I can go and meet companies like ExxonMobil. Let me handle your project. I'll quote the people who have done studies. You call them, you get wow, he did well. I'm telling you, it's called brand experience. So when you call a teller, say, someone gave you your number, he did that. Do you know what he's going to negotiate with? It's brand experience, not brand perception. It's brand experience. Because he felt that whoever gave you my number must have liked what I did. Did you get anything?